Curtis Stroud, and this is Randy Dukes. We're both with Rosehill Gardens. Randy is our local area kind of resident expert on the emerald ash borer here in Kansas City. We've heard a lot of information that's been put out in the media recently about the emerald ash borer and how it's just arrived here in Kansas City, and we want to get some information out to our customers and the public about the emerald ash borer and what it's going to do to the ash trees in Kansas City, in people's yards, and all throughout Kansas City, and how fast and how to identify it and that sort of thing. So, Randy, tell us to start off with how the emerald or what the emerald ash borer is, and what it affects.
Okay. The emerald ash borer is an exotic beetle that came from Asia, introduced here in 2002, has made its way to Kansas City here within pretty much the Kansas City metro area. It's a wood-boring beetle. Basically, the adult is about a half-inch long, metallic green, kind of a bullet shape, kind of like a bullet casing shaped in figure. What it's after the ash trees, the green, white ash, blue ash. You need to identify your trees first and foremost. You're not gonna know whether there's a problem or not until you know if you have ash trees. So just real quick identification on it. What we're looking for is the compound leaf structure right here, both sides. Most ash will carry between 5 to 9 leaflets on their leaf. So that's a key thing to look for with the ash. And then as well with that is the compound branching, where the branches are going to kick out both sides of each other. But keep in mind, just because you see one here, this could just be a break off or a pruning mark right through here. So take a general census of the tree.
Randy, how would I know that I had emerald ash borer on my tree?
There's stages of which it's going to start to attack the tree. It'll probably be in the tree most of the time before, unless you've done some type of preventative care on it. But it'll be in the tree maybe long before you know it's there. But what you're looking for is canopy dieback, basically a thinning of the leaves, turning into twigs and branches just dying off in the tree, moving to more obvious type things like suckers from the ground up or in the infestated area around the DBH area of the tree or your breast height area of the tree right here. Also, you'll find some capital D-shaped holes, which would actually be their exit holes. You're looking for splits in the tree where the larva may be in behind feeding, and in some cases they'll make it easy and the actual bark of the tree will fall off and you'll actually see the S-shaped tunneling that's in the cambium layer where they're doing their damage.
Okay, so if I've got the emerald ash borer on my tree, because I've got 2 of them in my yard, am I doomed?
No, I don't think you're doomed. We're in a good position right now where we've had even some of our sister nurseries that have been in the line of destruction coming down through, and they've tried and true with these chemicals and testing, and we have a pretty good leg up on what's going on there as far as what we've heard from them, what's been working. Not to mention there's just a ton of research that's been done. So yeah, we can go from something like what you can get in a garden store, just a tree and shrub type care, where the homeowner can this is the only one that they can do, but they can put it down. It's a year's worth of treatment, but it's for the smaller ashes. When you get into the bigger size ones, you probably want to invest some money to really try to make sure that your preventative maintenance is being done, just a regular plant health care, and then go with something more like a licensed applicator coming out to do. It's going to be a restricted use pesticide, which is why the homeowners can't use it.
I know the health of the tree is important, and I know that the emerald ash borer will attack the weaker trees first and then go for the more healthy ones. So you want to keep your trees healthy, and then we've got a couple of different ways that you can prevent emerald ash borer on your ash trees, and some of them last anywhere from a year up to 2 years. But are they cost effective compared to? I mean, I've heard that there are places even in St. Louis where they've just cut trees down just to avoid the emerald ash borer. And I mean, is that a viable solution?
I think that there's going to be different scenarios for location of the tree, where it is geologically around waters and streams as far as what you can do treatment-wise. But I would think that at this point, they have got chemicals out there now that are very cost effective. To remove, I'll take a situation at my own house, for example. I'm going to be battling my 42-inch native white ash in my front lawn that I'm going to treat because of the fact of not only what it does and just being a good-looking tree, of what it overshades and the plant material that it protects by that shade as well. So I have a lot more to lose than just that tree. Yeah, and then not to mention if I had to pay somebody for removal on a tree like that, it's probably going to be upwards of $1,500 to $2,000. It's a good sized tree, so I'll be planning on treating that, and I know that I've got a background of what some of our sister companies have been using as well to back that up.
So it is economically viable to try and save some of these ash trees in Kansas City, especially if you've got a nice ash tree or 2 or 3 or 4 in your yard that are providing you good shade, that are providing you energy savings with the shade that you get from them. There are a lot of benefits that these ash trees are giving everybody around Kansas City. So it makes sense to try and save some of them, and there are viable solutions for preventing emerald ash borer. It may not work in every case, but from what we've seen in our companies back east that have been attacked by this emerald ash borer years ago, they have been able to prevent emerald ash borer on a lot of trees back there. So we have information on our website. We will be putting out information on Facebook periodically also that will give people information on what they can do themselves for emerald ash borer, what we can do for emerald ash borer to prevent it. Even though it's showed up here in the last couple of months, it's probably been here 2, 3, 4 years already. Because of the gestation period and all of that, and it's probably going to take anywhere from 2 to 4 years to really spread through Kansas City, obviously to the weakest trees and then go to the strongest trees beyond that. So the thing to do at this point is to get as much information you can from off of our website or others. Find out for yourself which solution you'd like to go with. We've got obviously some solutions here at Rosehill Gardens for you. So these trees can be saved in Kansas City, at least some of the ones that are important, that are vigorous, that we can keep healthy. All right, thanks, Randy.